Hey family, it's Herbalist Viola. Look, just coming to you guys. I said, look, I get a lot of emails about sleep, and I said, look, we just need to talk. We just need to talk. I'm gonna wait for some people to come on. I know it's like, oh, it's Wednesday. She's coming on Wednesday. Yes, I'm not gonna wait till Friday anymore. I'm just gonna come on sporadically. So I know I try to come on every Friday, but I was like, look, I'm getting a lot of emails about sleep, and I know I promised two I promised Henry and she's gonna kill me because I forgot her name. Um oh, I'm trying to think of her name. They asked about sleep, and I know I did a podcast, but I said let me just come on live. Let me just come on live because a lot of people really don't understand how valuable, and look, it's free. Sleep is free. I mean, I don't even know what else to tell you. Sleep is free, and we just take it for granted. We take it for granted so much, family. I mean, we just take it for granted, and we don't really realize how detrimental sleep is. I mean, just for your brain, just for you to recharge. I know it's like I'm tired of hearing about health and all this other stuff, but just think, when you had that thing, all you wanted to do was sleep. Come on. Come on. When we had, look, it was from 2019 to 2022. Y'all know what's going on. If you caught it and got it and had it, what did you do? Come on. What did you do? All you want to do is sleep. All you want to do is sleep, just like the flu. When you get the flu and you running that fever and you in pain and your body's aching, all you want to do is sleep. I'm telling you, your body needs it. Your body will shut you down. How I know? Because it happened to me. I mean, I was running off maybe, and I know I talked about it before. I was running off maybe like some days zero sleep, sometimes taking 15, 20-minute naps. I remember running off like 3 days of no sleep. And I was like, man, I can't keep doing this. I mean, when I was in the military, it was about maybe for like I would say the last 13 years of my career in the Army. I was clocking maybe out of a week. Let me see. Out of a week, I was maybe getting not the weekends. We're talking about Monday through Friday or whenever I was on duty. Because as a senior non-commissioned officer, your days are not yours. I mean, I don't even care if you have a family, but your days are not yours. But I was getting maybe roughly about 20 hours for that week. And then, my dumb butt, crazy butt was thinking, okay, I'm going to catch up on the weekend. I'm going to sleep all day for 16 hours. And that's like the worst. I mean, fam, that's the absolute worst thing you can do, because there's a such thing as oversleep, just like over drinking, oversleeping. I mean, if you're not sick, why are you oversleeping? You truthfully, you need at least 6 continuous hours. Now, that still adds on 7 to 8 hours as adults. And I'm looking at the age of maybe I would say 25 and older. When you get older, I would say maybe, I really can't say anything like 65 or older, because I'd be 55 next month. So 55, like I add 10 years. So when you're that age, like 70, well, 75, I would do 75 or 65 and above, you'll tend to take naps and you tend to sleep a little bit more. I wouldn't say like 8 to 9 hours, but I know children needs to sleep at least 10 hours, especially school age, especially school age. But just think of babies. What did you think babies do? They just eat, sleep, and drink. So if you knew babies slept well, I mean, slept well, body growing, they just growing. What are we doing? Why we think when we get a certain age that, y'all already know, y'all know what I did. I'm speaking of me when I was, teenage. I was like, let's go to the club, when I could go. Because shoot, I remember until 18, I had to be in the house by 5 o'clock if I didn't work. Yeah. My mom, it was no street lights. It was being by 5. So, but just think, when you get clubbing age, which I do, we be staying in the club. staying, I mean, going to the club and going straight to work or going to school or however what you did between the ages of 18 and 25. I don't know what you did. I don't know if you went straight to work or what you did, but we partied and we wasn't thinking about sleep. We wasn't thinking about sleep at all. I mean, the critical thing is we need to talk about sleep. We need to do, I mean, it's free, but we really need sleep, family. We really need to sleep. You really need, I mean, across the board, 6 continuous hours. And I'm not talking about getting up, sipping some water, or going to the bathroom, or going to get a snack. No, no. You need 6 continuous, undisturbed sleep because your body needs to heal. Your brain needs to recharge. I mean, it can't go 24/7, meaning because when you sleep, your body's like kind of like paralyzed, where your body is shut down so you to rest. And as you resting, your mind is steady working to heal and correct because our bodies already know what to do, but we trying to be grown, popping everything, taking things that we don't need to be taking. I mean, let's be honest. Things that we don't need to be taking, but we just take it anyway. And we like, okay, so, y'all know the prescription. It'd be like, okay, so this says to take, pop this 4 hours or 20 hours, or not 20 hours, pop this 20 or 30 minutes before you go to sleep. But we don't look at the side effects. We don't look at the side effects. And I'm not talking about herbs. I'm not talking about herbal teas. I'm talking about things that just knock you out. Stuff that, prescribe with a prescription where you have to go to the doctor. Because look, having insomnia is no joke. So when you get insomnia and it's starting to affect your work, and you getting sick, and you wondering why you getting sick, and then you go to the doctor and you go, doctor, I can't sleep. What's going on? Now, I'm not even going to tell you what that doctor said. That's a whole other podcast. I mean, a whole other subject, but I'm going to touch on a little bit. But when you go to that doctor and he's not asking you, or she's not asking you about, pooping and your health, and are you exercising, what you eating, and what's your work schedule, if they're not asking you things like that, you need to see another doctor, or you just, you already know the answers. You already know the answers. Come on. Let's be serious. Y'all already know the answers of why you're not sleeping. The worst thing we can do, the absolute worst thing we can do, family. And look, for I would say, however long these came into effect, and this computer, like I'm right in front of the computer, whenever these electronic things came in, and this is like this era, I'm talking about the last, I don't know when the first cell phone came out, but these are mainly why we, at this age, our children, 20 years, I would just say 20 years, this is the culprit. This is definitely the culprit for now. Tablets, the computer, just being online, being addicted. I mean, we just so addicted. We just like, I can't live without it. Because like your children, think when you leave your phone at home, you would turn all the way back. I don't even care if it's an hour away. You would turn all the way back just to get this joint. You would just like, and then worst thing we just put in our pocket, but and that's a whole other video. But we're talking about sleep. Let's stick to sleep. You would turn all the way around to get this. Now, the worst thing about this and the computer, that red rays and all that's penetrating, that y'all don't notice. We don't think about it. We don't think about pineal gland. We don't be thinking about what's going on in our body, these rays, these things that's affecting us, this invisible that we don't see, that maybe I would say, studies are already out there, but you think they're going to tell you? And look, do you really read those tiny, tiny, tiny shits when you sign in that contract? You're not even reading it. We should not have any activity with the computer, with the TV, with any of this electronics. I want to say, if you really want to get better sleep, these are just tips, better sleep. These electronics should be the last thing, like I would say a period of sleep. TV too. I said TV. I would suggest, because I I am healing from this. I am healing. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. At least 2 hours. I would suggest more, but you have that last minute call and you got the last minute stuff. Y'all know. Y'all know. Yeah, if I was you, I would get a box. I would get a box, line it with aluminum foil, and put that in there. Unless you got the Faraday bag. Unless you got that Faraday bag, y'all can pop that in there. But you should need a box like this. I don't care how many cell phones you got. Put some aluminum foil or wrap it aluminum foil and put it in there. And hide it and go put it outside your door. Or, yeah, be like, that's the only phone I got in my house. I can't do that. Your computer too, just to get rid of that raise and the modem, just a little bit. But I know we depended on Wi-Fi and all this to power everything. And it's like, dang, but these do affect your sleep. I'm not gonna get all into what you need to do, but y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. But these need to be way across on the other side of your bed. Don't put this next to your bed. Don't, these phones, your computer, whatever, it should not be next to your bed on your nightstand. It shouldn't. Only thing it should be up there is a glass of water. And preferably if you have a top, this one should be on your nightstand. I mean, that's what should be on your nightstand. I'm just saying, cover it up so you can drink it in the morning. Because like you already know, I keep saying it, you should have 4 ounces, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, about 20 minutes or maybe an hour before you get bed. And then when you wake up, you need to drink it. That's what you need to have in your room. That I'm just saying, because we're talking about healing. We're talking about getting issues corrected. We're talking about not having insomnia, not about to go really batshit crazy. Because if y'all, look, when you ain't getting any sleep, and I'm gonna tell you, I had insomnia maybe, well, to really be diagnosed was in 2016 when I finally retired and got out the military, diagnosed with insomnia. But you don't really, you going through life, you guys, like right now. Y'all don't know y'all got insomnia. Y'all don't know if y'all got sleep apnea. Y'all don't know what y'all have, but you don't realize it till later in life when things slow down, when when you like, wait a minute, did I sleep? When you start having issues, especially them autoimmune disorders, mean your body's fighting. And so, but when we sleep and not get enough sleep, y'all already know what it causes. You already know what ends up happening. You end up being diagnosed with insomnia or having these other issues and other issues on top of those issues. But anyway, you have an insomnia and you go to the doctor and the doctor tell you all these things, but I'm just trying to tell you what I did to correct my insomnia. I didn't want to take those prescription pills that make you jittery. Come on. I don't know how many people in here are guilty for taking some of these pills and what it does. Just think, if y'all read the label, some of the labels says don't operate heavy equipment. Now, if you taking some heavy narcotic though to go to sleep, how you expect to take care of your children? If it's an accident in the middle of the night, and y'all know we always get these emergency phone calls in the middle, how can you go somewhere? You can't even drive. Who really want to call an Uber? And it's so convenient to drive your car, but just think, I'm just putting it out there. But that's what happened with me. It was plenty of times that I would take these heavy narcotics and they'll make me all jittery. And I'm like, man, I cannot get in trouble or get a DUI or DUI, driving while under the influence, or not DWI. Y'all know what I mean. Whatever those initials were, I ain't write it down. But these are the things that we have, especially making major decisions, especially if you're a single parent. I'm like, I couldn't really function. And I'm like, man, I don't want to get in trouble. I ain't trying to lose no money. I ain't in the military, you get Article 15. I ain't trying to lose money, no rank, no nothing. I ain't trying to do nothing. So, we're like crossing lines and we kind of like blur lines. So that's what's happening to me. And I was like kind of worried, and I just don't want it to happen to you. And plus I get a lot of questions about sleep. And I said, let me just go ahead and go live and speak about it. But really, family, the healing is when sleep. I know y'all know that. I know y'all know that. I think you know that, because I just said, let me just answer supported questions. Yes, I spoke about it on my podcast, but I said, let me just go live. Let me go live because sleep causes issues, and I mean severe issues with your life that will pass you by. Because like I said, we think we some and we really batteries, I know you're like, I ain't a battery. We think we like superhuman, and we can burn the candles on both ends, and we can work, we can go party, we can take care of children, and we just need 2-3 hours sleep. Look, where my new parents at? Who in the audience? New parents, come on. New parents, when the baby get up in the middle of the night and you be like, if they can just sleep 2 hours, I'll be happy. Y'all know, wasn't you batshit crazy? I know I was like, man, thank goodness, I breastfed. So, some days I was lazy and I fell asleep with her nursing. I had to like, wait. So I'm just telling you what I did. And I was like, man, if I can just get some help. But, my family wasn't where I was. I was stationed in North Carolina when my youngest was born. And my parents, my dad in Florida, my mom's in New York. And I'm like, how can I get this? You got to be responsible. But anyway, you just got to make do. But imagine the time period, how much you slept, the critical thing of how you slept. You like, man. And that's why they give you them 6 weeks off. They give you them 6 weeks. And I don't know how it is now if you get 30 days, but them 30 days so critical, and that baby just not sleeping. And then the worst thing we can do is, I know I'm going another area. The worst thing we do is we add stuff in their milk. And that's like the worst, the absolute worst, because all they need is breast milk. And yeah, we talking about the babies. You be like, let them sleep 4 hours and put some cereal in here to make them stuffed. But we don't realize that digestive system is not ready for that. They're not. And we like fucking up our kids. Let me just put it plain. We're messing up our kids. Same thing we mess up ourselves, thinking we strong, how y'all be eating everything, then you have a cast iron stomach. Well, look, your brain needs sleep. Your body needs rest. You need to recharge. That's why it's critical for us to sleep. I mean, I know y'all know this, but let me reiterate this. Because we don't get the correct amount of sleep until we're sick. But why cause things? And I was, thinking about myself. I'm like, whew. When can I sleep? Can I schedule some sleep? I mean, I'm just thinking about my career. I don't know if you're doing shift work, because shift work, now you can speak to your doctor, because studies is already out there. Having shift work, doing 12-hour shifts, it affects your health. It really does. Because just think, you're doing 12-hour shift. You're already pushing your body. You're pushing your body so bad to where, and this is over time. This is not no one night, but shift work. If you're not taking major breaks, shift work is like the worst type of job, worst that you can do. And I'm speaking of, if you're doing shift work and you're working 5 to 6 days a week, 7 days a week, doing shift work. And that's why you see some people break it up. But if you actually read or research sleep studies, shift work is like the absolute worst. You find those people with health issues. And that's what I used to do. My last 13 years in my military service, I did shift work, and my body just was breaking down. I mean, breaking down. I wasn't able to do physical fitness. And when I did do physical fitness, it was like half-ass. I wasn't really in the sun, which you need the sun regardless, family. Look, I know we have muscle memory, and muscle memory is you doing something. Like when I say do 10,000 steps, I'm not talking about the 10,000 steps that you normally do with your body muscle memory. Like, okay, so you're going to get this time in. You need to do an additional to alleviate and to correct this insomnia crap, to alleviate this and to correct it. We need, definitely, I'm telling you, you need to do an additional 10,000 steps. And the only reason why you need to do additional 10,000 steps, because what you're doing is you actually working your body. Your body's saying, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so you're exercising. So that is your exercise. Okay, so you're stretching more, you're being hydrated, you're eating differently. You're eating differently, because a lot of us, if you take like chamomile tea, if you take things like tart cherry, what it does, it's like it's a natural melatonin. And I know a lot of people drink chamomile tea, it's good with ashwagandha. Chamomile tea, it's like a natural, it's like a how can I put it, it's like a calming herb, like lavender and let me see, valerian, those different herbs. They're what they do is they calm you. We need things to calm us. We need insomnia. I'm telling you, insomnia is just something that you really don't want to go through. Same thing, like if you have a mate and your mate be like, you choke in your sleep. If you ever hear your mate say that, that is a that's a sign you having sleep apnea. Same thing if you're a mouth breather. A lot of people are mouth breather, like me. I'm a mouth breather. That cause issues. Believe it or not, that cause issues with GERD. And these are other issues causing GERD, causing the way you digest foods, and other health issues that we really don't think about, but it does lead to insomnia. And these are things that you need to correct. And correcting those issues is wearing a mouth guard. You can actually get different mouth guards, and yeah, they're expensive. You got to go see it. I would go see a naturopathic um, dentist, because they'll tell you the right fit. I mean, Dr. Brown, as a dental here, she's in Rockville. I just love her to death. So I'm getting my mouth guard fitted now, but it helps you sleep. Things that we need to do in our bedroom. Look, if you have issues with sleeping, because I want you to heal, I want your body to heal. If you have issues, I mean, what you need to do, like in your bedroom, it shouldn't be a TV. Remember I said these things are like the worst thing, the absolute worst thing. Same thing with your TV. If you have like severe or I can't really say, well, yeah, severe or even mild, you shouldn't have a TV in your room. And it all depends on the way your house is set up. It all depends, because I know people like, I am not getting a TV out my room. And I know I'm wrong for saying this. I know I'm wrong for saying this. What is going on with my computer? Okay, I just don't want to make sure I'm still live. I'm still live, family. Look, I know I shouldn't say this. A lot of people, like, they can't sleep, and they be wondering about reading a book. And people like, well, I don't look, no offense, family, but people like, I can't sleep. I'm like, so um read the Bible. And no slight, I know people like, if I read this book, it's so juicy as this, pick up things that that's gonna just help you mellow yourself. I know I'm wrong, but come on. How many people, was like forced to go to church and you be like, that's with some good sleep? I know. Look, I'm trying to help you with this sleep issue. Sometimes that's what we need to do. We need to imagine yourself in a in an area where like, you ever get to your job and you're like, dang, you're on your computer, you like dozing. Pretend you at your desk. Pretend you at work. We sometimes, family, you got to change your narrative. Like when you have a bad dream, like I would have bad dreams, and that was part of my insomnia. I'd be sleeping all good, then I have a bad dream. I wake up, I'm like cold sweats. Like, where the hell am I at? We need to change the narrative. These are just some tips, because a lot of us are not sleeping. A lot of us are not healing. A lot of us are just moving through life saying, I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up. Yeah, we're going to end up catching up at the wrong time. We're going to catch up to where we're sick, and we don't know why we're sick. And y'all know why you're sick. Come on. We know why we're sick. Yeah, I get it that you are strong, tough, and you doing this. But look, you got people that care about you. You got people that's rooting on you, rooting for you. You got people that love you. You have people that really care about you and don't want you to get sick. They don't want you to burn out. They don't want you to, really fall asleep at the wheel. a lot of things that can happen to you. And how I know that, I'm gonna tell you. When I was working here at Fort Meade, I actually fell asleep at the wheel. No lie, family. Fell asleep at a red light, and thank God that nobody saw me. I was like, what the hell? Honking horns, honking. I'm like, dang. I fell asleep at the wheel because I honestly, I was, single parent of two, my two daughters. I was working 12-hour shifts, and I had a part-time job and going to college at the same time. And I'm like, so you tell me somebody thought they were superwoman? I'm like, okay, I can do this. Look, I can knock out these two classes. I can work 3 hours. I'm gonna tell you. Because why? Because we gotta grind and make that money and take care of our children. And sometimes we got to put the money to the side. We do. I know it's our pride, not ego. Sometimes you got to put the money to the side. We do, family. We really do. Sometimes it's not getting two jobs. It's making sure you got a two-family income. I mean, let's be honest. Two-family income. I'll leave it there. But back to your bedroom. Things that you can do in your bedroom. The bedroom should be just two things. I mean, if you set your bedroom up this way, you will sleep. And any children listening, children but not be here. I know it's 7:30. I know I should have did it in the morning when the kids ain't here. But it is a replay. But the bedroom should be just for sex and sleep. I mean, come on. I know y'all heard that. I know you heard that. I already know you heard that. So that's what your bedroom should be set up for. Y'all already know when you do the do, you're going to go to sleep anyway, because if you got a lot of energy, you may have to go again, but I'm going to shut it down there. But those are some tips there for the bedroom. But y'all need to do like couples massage. You need to do some extra exercise like after dinner. You should be walking. Y'all know like during that holiday called Thanksgiving. Y'all know how y'all get stuffed. We get so stuffed. Same thing we do when we eat this big old meal called dinner, supper. When I don't believe it should be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It should be no such thing. But y'all know we on this American crap that needs to change. It needs to change. But anyway, you taking this American diet, you got all this meat on your plate, you got gravy, you got the little bit of vegetables, and you got you got the starch. And then what happened? You get the itis and you want to sleep. No, that's the worst time to take a nap. You need to get up and walk. Take the whole family for a nice brisk walk. I didn't go out there and run. Nope. A nice brisk walk. You go out there and do a nice brisk walk. Now, what you're doing is you're speeding up the digestive. You helping your food digest because, and I know you heard me say this again, a major tip of making sure that your body is detoxing, you're resting peacefully, is to sleep on an empty stomach. I'm just telling you, sleep on an empty stomach. I'm telling you, you have how you so illicit dreams. You have better dreams. And I mean better dreams. You actually probably dream in color. You probably actually get some REM sleep this time. You actually get in the deep sleep. And then your body is not fighting and trying to digest what you got in your belly. It's actually cleaning the rest of it out, the rest of the remnants, because by the time you eat dinner, you still trying to digest lunch, just a little bit, dinner and snack. And it all depends on how you eat, family. It all depends on how you eat, what is going on in your stomach. And I'm not talking about your intestines. I'm speaking just of your belly, your stomach, that organ, just the stomach. Going to sleep on an empty stomach, resting easily on an empty stomach, and making sure that you have water an hour before. So whatever time you go to sleep, key thing is, we're talking about to get rid of insomnia to help you sleep better. It should be last time you drink, where you guzzle down some soda, because y'all know when we sitting there drinking, we be trying to drink this much when you shouldn't. Yeah, I know, because you shouldn't drink when you eat anyway. You should drink an hour before, an hour after you eat anyway. Just a tip. But the main thing, hold on. The main thing you should do is the rule of thumb that you should The last time you should eat and last time you should drink a lot should be 4 hours. Drink maybe 3 hours before you go to sleep to rest easily. And I know you're like, it's too much, too many tips. I'm telling you, what I did, what helped me. I made sure I drank 4 hours, 4 ounces, an hour before I go sleep. Because look, you want to go to sleep with water in your stomach. If you put a little bit of apple cider vinegar, put some cayenne pepper, just a little bit in the water, these things, lemon or just plain water, or you can actually do golden milk. You can actually take some turmeric and some coconut milk, just a little bit, like maybe 2 hours before, to make sure, because look, y'all already know turmeric. This is like pain. This is for pain. Y'all already know that. To kick arthritis' ass out your body, But anyway, but I would do golden milk 2 hours. I would do golden milk. I would rather you have plain water, lemon, lime, whatever floats your boat, but just not like cucumbers. I'd rather you put drop, 1 drop of cayenne pepper, 1 drop of pepper and essential oil. If you want to do use some valerian, if you want to do a little bit of lemon balm, ashwagandha, there's drops. There's people that like herb, moonflower wellness. Go on her website and she has ashwagandha. Put a couple of drops in there and drink it. These help. These help relax you. We're talking about relaxing you. We're talking about getting your body to relax. And I'm not talking about keep taking melatonin. I know a lot of people saying they're going to take melatonin, but a lot of us take it wrong. Why do y'all take it wrong? Tart cherry is good. It's a natural melatonin, but don't get that to your kids. Come on. Look, I know I ain't your mama, but sometimes it's better to let them go outside and play. I mean, go out there and do some do like a what is it called? Obstacle course. Go out there and make them run 2-3 laps around the house or outside. Make them, get them ride the bike. Preferably the walk helps. Y'all already know the walk helps. But when I tell you how to walk after dinner, it's really for you and your spouse, you and your loved one. You're out there talking, you're out there being romantic. But if you can't do what your kids do with your kids, get the last minute walk, get their digesting, get their stomach digesting that food and making it better, and look, this is just to help you sleep, family. This is to help you sleep. This is to help you not have insomnia. But it's a lot of us that have insomnia and not going to realize until you I don't even know when the retirement age is. I mean, be honest. People are retiring at 70 and 80, or we working all the way up until we just croak. Y'all know that. Shoot. Y'all know that. When the retirement age should be 45. I know you're like, Viola, I ain't got enough money to retire. Shoot. The world was right. We be out there getting natural sunlight. We be out getting natural things, and we all be like equal. We'll all be equal because we be less on the government tit. Come on. Feeding ourselves, having a, like, y'all heard about that guy that was he created he had the TV working off solar. I heard he's sick, right? So that kind of pissed me off. I know, like, Viola, we sleep. I had to throw it in there. But we're talking about doing things naturally, having less slave to paying electric bill, paying a water bill, worrying about the reason why we got to work, because we got to keep the lights on, pay the water, but pay these monthly bills. That's like, damn. When we gonna tie these paying monthly bills? And that's where the stress come in. That's another reason why, I'm saying, we can't sleep, because we got all these stress of the bills, everyday life, this bullshit, that bullshit. Y'all know why y'all not sleeping. Y'all know. Partying too much. I know I said that, but y'all know why y'all not sleeping, But we don't, like I said, we don't realize that we have insomnia or have sleep issues unless somebody, your loved one tell you, no, you're choking, or you get diagnosed. You go in there and it says, yeah, you sleeping, and then you recognize you're sleeping, and then Another issue that comes up with lack of sleep, I mean no sleep, is, let's just be honest, suicide. you know I can't show you the hotline, I ain't pulling the number up, but y'all know, if you feel that way and if you have that, please get help. But a lot of people, want to commit suicide because it does mess with your mental. It does mess with your mental. And I know a lot of people have trauma. A lot of people have so many other issues why not sleeping. But we need to really face it. We really need to face it. We really need to sit down and go, wait a minute, why am I not sleeping? Write a list, do something to get to the bottom of why you're not sleeping. You know, I get, emails, I speak to people and we don't think, look, sleep is free. So who pay for sleep? Who in here pay for sleep? Come on. Y'all put it, who in there? Yeah. We don't have to pay for sleep. It's free. It's free. Family is free. I keep saying it's one of the free doctors. It's free, just like meditation is free. Learning to do yoga. I didn't say, yeah, you pay to get yoga, do yoga, but they have videos on YouTube, on this YouTube University. They got yoga. Preferably I would rather you go, do it, pay somebody to teach you. But after you pay somebody, you can teach yourself and then you can practice, do some yoga, do breath work. A lot of us need to do some deep breathing. And to tell you the truth, when you sit down doing that meditation and when you get it and your body's learning to relax, you're going to go to sleep anyway. You're going to be knocked out. You're going to be slobbing. You're like, oh, and it's going to be like the best sleep. You're going to be like, dang, if I was just in my bed. And another thing, how's your mattress? A lot of us don't think about that mattress. They don't be like, how many years did I have this mattress? I can say, well, it depends on your mattress. I was like, if you going on 8 years and preferably like over 10 years, you may need a new mattress. I'm just saying things that we don't really look at. A lot of us, be honest, the best sleep you can get is on the floor. I mean, many times me, deploying and going to the field, the best sleep I got was laying right there on the ground, especially after a ruck march. I'd be like, just want to keel over with the rucksack on, with my boots on. And look, I'm telling you, the best sleep. And I'm like, why are you bothering me? Shoot, just doing physical fitness, just doing PT. I'd be like, man, just next time you go running, what you want to do? You just want to keel over and sleep, guzzle some water and sleep. Y'all know. So look, don't wait until issues arrive to where you realize, no, I'm not sleeping. And people who identify while they're sleeping, who identify with sleep apnea, make sure you get the machine. Make sure if you got to get a mouth guard, make sure you get a mouth guard. A lot of us need a mouth guard. Like me, when I was like, I'm already diagnosed where I have sleep apnea, and I'm like, dang, the doctor gonna tell me when I did my sleep study right here in Bethesda, Maryland. The clerk's like, whatever you do, don't sleep on your back. And I'm like, what the hell? She's like, don't sleep on your back. And I'm like, duly noted. And you'll hear a lot of people say, don't sleep on your stomach. Don't, you need to sleep on your left side. You need to sleep on your right side. Whatever floats your boat and whatever your doctor recommend, because it is, I want to say it's the left side. Whatever where the gallbladder and the stomach's on the other side, I want to say you should sleep on your left side, not your right side. Because y'all know your stomach and acid, some people got acid reflux. So all I know is, it was recommended because I didn't get the sleep active machine. I was like, because I didn't have severe. I have mild, so I get diagnosed with mild, so I'm better to sleep on my stomach. And I know they said the worst thing is to sleep on the stomach, but I don't really sleep on my stomach per se. I sleep kind of like on my left side on my stomach. I know you're like, how you do that? That floats my boat. That floats my boat. And like I said, I'm waiting to get my mouth guard to help me sleep. But we need to realize what is going on with our body when we can sleep. And I mean a continuous of 6 hours. It's critical, family. It's critical. It's critical because that's the true healing. Yes, it's other things like, our body is already supposed to heal itself, but some of us made it lazy and we taken, all this prescribed stuff, that's what your doctor, because That's what your doctor, and I'm just going to leave it there. But just going to make sure that I touched everything. But we just got to realize and really face it, because it's like us, we're facing it. We're, we getting up age and we like, man, did I really sleep? And you waking up tired, and we got parasites and we're not cleaning our blood. It's a lot of other issues. A lot of us need to actually go to colon therapy. A lot of us need acupuncture. Some of us need a good massage. Some of us need to be realigned. I mean, like going to your chiropractor and be realigned, because there's so many things pent up and need adjusting. And you be like, man. And some of us need to just forgive and get all this resentment out and purge this hate and this aggravation and this bitterness. A lot of us got to stick up our butt and need to just come on out. I mean, y'all know, look, y'all meet so many people, because look, you be like, yeah, my boss is like that. I'm just thinking about everything. I want to adjust everybody, because too many y'all, come on, too many y'all just suffering in silence, and we don't need to do that. We really don't. We really don't need to do that. And I just want to make sure you're not that person. You're not that person, because a lot of us, we just, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And like that stress, we got to back away from that TV. We got to back away from the news. Sometimes you just need a little bit. I know you just need a little bit. Everybody's so worried about is Will going to get, sued from slapping whatever. And people like, they don't know the Oscars. That ain't our business. Our business is making sure we are right. Because, we got to own our own bullshit. Come on. I don't know about your life, but I be looking at my life like, man, let me make sure I get some sleep. And I did address when I was speaking of, like, a lot of people do suffer from PTSD. Some people are diagnosed. If you diagnosed with PTSD, make sure you get counseling. Make sure you adjust those things, because that affects you too, especially sleep. Especially stress. You already know stress kills. And when you're dealing with stress, all we're doing is aggravating our body. That silent killer that we don't address, and you don't realize you have the high blood pressure, especially when you have headaches and then kidney issues. It's just so much, family. It's just so much, and please make sure you are addressing that. You get some type of exercise. I know I talked about walking. But lifting weights, women doing your Kegels, men, you can do Kegels too. You're like, what the hell? Y'all know I got to throw something crazy in there, but y'all got to do your Kegels. But make sure you're doing some kind of physical fitness. You don't have to, because it's like some people say it's overrated, but some people need it. Some people people bodies need it. And believe it or not, family, some people actually needs to sleep with a weighted blanket. I know you're like, what the hell? Yes, a weighted blanket. Oh my goodness. The first time I slept with a weighted blanket, I think I just passed out. I went and got a massage, and the lady was like, man, you are stressed. Because I don't know if y'all noticed me going live, and you're like, she's so hyper in this. Sometimes I just didn't know how to relax. And guided meditation, doing massage therapy, actually doing an additional 10,000 steps. So I'll make sure I walk like sometimes 30,000, 40,000. But when I got that weighted blanket, family, I was out. And they got different sizes, family. They got 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. And it's a weighted blanket. It's an actually blanket with sand in it. And I'm telling you, it's like, oh, it's like heaven. I was like, oh, and believe me, it's heavy. I went to the point to where my body got kind of used to the weighted blanket. So I would put two, and I couldn't move, but that was like some good sleep. Good sleep. And I was like, dang. But anyway, some people needs a weighted blanket. Yes, they have weighted blanket for children. They do have weighted blanket for children. So, and I know you're like, what the hell? Yes, weighted blanket. Try it. If you ever find yourself stressed and dealing with stuff and you just want to just sleep, get your weighted blanket. Yes, get your weighted blanket. And just trying to make sure I go through things, but please. I know I started in the beginning about being hydrated and underhydrated. A lot of us don't realize that when we take certain vitamins, like especially vitamin D should not be taken after 5 or 6 o'clock. Nope. And I'm gonna correct myself. It depends on when you're going to sleep. If you got shift work and you work at night, then you gotta take vitamin D because you sleep during the daytime. But don't take vitamin D within like the 5 hours you're getting ready to go sleep. So these are just some tips. And if you need to go back and watch it again, if you came in late, it's very, very important. It's very, very important that you get sleep. Look, y'all need to take these tips and really, really take them serious, because I can admit the main reason why I lost my organs, the main reason why I stayed sick, and the main reason why I got sicker is because I wasn't sleeping. My body wasn't healing. I mean, I would have to literally pass out. I would stay up 3-4 hours, and 3-4 days, and I would literally just pass out. Then your sleep cycle's messed up, and you're trying to play catch up, and there's really no catch up. So other things, it's best to take a nap. If you could just time yourself or get someone to wake you up, you definitely need to take cat naps, because once you start messing with your mind, family, it's the worst. Let's not play with our brains. Please don't play with your brain. Don't think, oh, I'm a superwoman, I'm a superman. Forget what you're saying. Fuck all that shit. Take it serious and get your sleep. That's where healing is. That is where healing is. So if you're not getting sleep, you're not healing. So all the stuff I tell you and all these herbs I tell you to take, what's the sense of taking them if you're not going to sleep? I mean, think about it. What's the sense of taking it? You can take all these herbs and if you staying up 4 to 5 days, it ain't gonna do nothing. It'll do something while you up and a little something, but your body's not gonna heal. Your body's not regenerating. Your body's not being refreshed. You're not recharging. All you're doing is, it's bad enough we wearing shoes. Come on, it's bad enough we wearing either rubber soles. We need to walk barefooted and get that energy, get that negative energy out. I know you're like, what the hell? Another thing, earthing and hugging trees. Don't be embarrassed to hug a tree. Do not be embarrassed to hug a tree, because you be like, oh, I see what she's talking about. Let me hug this tree. Let me get my feet in the sand and earth. I'm telling you, we are batteries. I mean, we are a computer. You got the computer. Look, why you charge this and make sure this is fully charged, but you don't make sure this is fully charged? We do that all the time. Like I said, burning a candle on both ends. No. Create peace in your life. Get some sleep. Make sure your body's healing. Please make sure your body's healing, family. I know I said a lot of tips. I know I said a lot of stuff, but please take it serious. It's so critical that you sleep. I'm telling you, that sleep changed my whole life. When I started making sure that I get 6 continuous hours, that means you actually sleep in 8 hours, family, because your body got to drift off. Your body got to get in REM sleep. You want your body in REM sleep. You want to get REM sleep. And if you can afford it, please check inside of your insurance policy, your medical policy, and see if you can get sleep study. I would get sleep study. A lot of us wear the watches that sees when you sleep. But see, the trick is, which y'all don't realize, but wearing those watches, do you know if you lay still, like watching TV, y'all know how to couch potatoes, you find a movie, you binge watch it, and you laying there still for 2 hours, that watch going to be thinking you sleep, and you ain't. See? Because your body's still, or eating that popcorn, eating the popcorn, you got stuffed, and we got stuffed. I mean, stuffed to where you like, drinking sodas, and you wiping your mouth, and you watching a movie, and you fall asleep on a full stomach. Hear me? A full stomach, full of sugar, geeked up on sugar. You ain't sleeping right. You ain't sleeping right. That is just like that's a sick sleep. That is a sick sleep. But anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. If you have the watch on, your watch is going to tell you, because your body's still and you watching TV and you're up, your mind's still going. Your body's going to register that that you're still, and it's going to think you're sleeping. It's going to register. So it's y'all know how these electronic things are. But anyway, family, enough of that. I'm gonna see if there's have any questions. Hey, fam, just want to see if there's any questions. Yes, Bryn J, I got your email, sweetie. I'm gonna check out the information. But yeah, I know. Look, like I said, I'm guilty of it. I know a lot of us, we don't really realize, how we're pretty much slowly killing our bodies. I mean, think about it. We're slowly killing our bodies. And then when we go to the doctor, be like, what is a doctor? What's the cause? And you be like, hell, you know the answer. We know the truth, but we be like, and seriously, you don't think about it. The only time when you ain't sleeping is, like I said, when you have a baby or you have a sick child and you stayed up. You stayed up because you had an emergency, somebody died in your family, or you had an emergency, somebody's sick and y'all at the emergency room all night. And then, you don't get any sleep, but you go to work the next day. And then right then you said, well, I didn't get any sleep because I had an emergency. That's the only time we really realize about sleep. But in actuality, this whole demic, this whole stressful stuff, you don't get any sleep. I'm trying to think. I know I touched on the PTSD, touch on a little bit, but these are things that we have to address. And the only reason I was thinking about PTSD now, that is like a whole other animal, but a whole other I don't even know exact word to say, family, because I'm trying to keep it where I don't say the wrong thing. But just with this from 2020 to 2022, a lot of us got some PTSD issues. Watching that TV, you got PTSD issues. Looking at some of these shows that's telling you the truth, like the Holly in the Wood, look that up. You got PTSD, and learning all this stuff and the truth, you be like, what the hell? But if y'all got any questions, I'm open the floor for any questions. But yeah, but I just wanted to address that. Okay, Reese wanted to explain the aluminum foil. Okay, so it's putting them, to me, it's like putting them, it's like burying them. Sweetie, what you do is take some aluminum foil, wrap your phone up. Just do that. Wrap your phone up and put it in a box. Put it in the box. And guess what? You got no signal. You block all the signal out. So you ain't get no phone calls. So you ain't gonna be disturbed if you got sleep issues. That's all. Wrap it in aluminum foil, put it in the box like this. Put the box upside down, however you want to do it. You can line the box with aluminum foil. You could put aluminum foil in the box, or you could put aluminum foil around it. You're blocking the signal, so no signals can get through. What you're doing is you're blocking all them rays, and like y'all don't realize that these rays, it's like red light and all kind of lights coming from the phone that you can't really see, but it's affecting your brain. Because can you see Wi-Fi? Look, we don't think about it. Can y'all see Wi-Fi? You can't see Wi-Fi, right? You can't see all them signals that's around us. But y'all look at this phone. Do you see any cords? But it still work, right? What you think it's doing to my brain? What you think it's really doing to my body right now? We getting all these rays, and that's why y'all be seeing me wear these things and have these things around me and put these I know inside I have the magnet on there. Let me see if I have one around here. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I put these magnets and stuff. You put these things. I know. I gotta put these things because look, we don't know what this thing is doing. Which, like I said earlier, they got studies already out there. And if you got the Faraday bags, the bags I carry, you put this in there, block the signal so nobody, can reach you, because we being tracked, and that ain't about that. But we're talking about sleep, family. We're talking about sleep. So if this is bugging you, and some people can hear like sounds, y'all know about that, right? Some sound waves and different sounds that affect you. Like you ever notice when you're in a quiet room, Think about you in a quiet room and the room is so quiet, you hear like a piercing sound. Some people have the ringing ears. It's like tinnitus. And I have that. And it will bug the hell out you. And you be like, why is my ears ringing? Y'all be like, y'all don't hear that? You be like, what in the world? That messes with you too. Messes with your sleep. All this stuff messes with your sleep. But that's what I meant by the putting aluminum foil around. I'm just answering answering the question. That question was from Reese. So that's why we do that. And all you're doing is protecting yourself. That's it. Yeah, I'd rather hear my heartbeat. Smooth frequency. I'd rather hear my heartbeat. I'd rather hear my heartbeat than anything else. Because you ever notice if you lay on your arm or if you sleep on your ear, and some people have the issues with the ear, but I'd rather hear my heartbeat. I'd rather hear that beautiful sound than a loud pitch sound or something that's messing with my sleep. You know, it depends on where you at. And I know different parts of the world, like in different states, I want to say like Utah or wherever Area 51 is. They were saying how in some parts people was hearing different words being said to them. And these things affect you when you're sleeping. When you sleep, a lot of people like, I just purchased, like I'm not trying to sell anything to you guys, nothing like this, but Carrie, had this, this box. This box, if you ever, go to counseling, so I ain't ashamed. I went to counseling when I was in the military. I went to counseling because I got PTSD. And you ever see that white noise? They have these boxes, and y'all can see them all over the place. It has white noise. Like I get sometimes if I, end up sleeping in the basement, I want to hear, some crickets. I want to hear some water. Just like you get free on YouTube. But YouTube, sometimes they play too many damn commercials. So it's good to get these things, and you can get them all different shapes, sizes. They put little stars on there. And I'm not going to show too much. No, don't ask me the name. But we're talking about something to help you sleep. Well, people want to hear crickets, rain. Like I love the rain. I love music, meditation music. And that's why I made those couple of videos to help people sleep. Because this is what you need to help you sleep. Like I said, all the things that I show you, all the things that I teach and look, I experienced it. Down to leaking gut, can't sleep, down to issues with pooping. Sleep will make you look, like I said before about your microbiome, your microbiome needs sleep. Those gut bacteria, that bacteria, them parasites and all that stuff. You're like, parasite, your body needs to sleep. I know you're supposed to get rid of them. But some people still live with the parasites. They need sleep too. But they will, they will mess with you. And keep you sick and keep your brain fog, but you need sleep, fam. You need sleep. I'm not trying to go way around the moon and back and go deep and everything, but you need sleep. I don't care. I don't care. Without sleep, man, you're killing yourself. And you're gonna make yourself, like I said, batshit crazy, and we don't want that. We want you sane, happy, with the happiness, loving yourself, recharging, because we are batteries. And we be smoking it out. We be at 5% and don't even know it. We be at 5%. Just like, I feel bad with the people who have dead cells in their body, and them dead cells end up coming cancerous, just like that. You don't realize it until it's like stage 4. And you be like, I go to doctor every damn year, and you telling me I'm at stage 4 with colon cancer. You ain't catch that shit. Yeah, that. So, and I know bio down makes sense about sleep, but why we wait until we get sick and sleep, but we don't get sleep before we get sick? Because like I said, our body needs to heal. So look, this is me answering the subscribers' questions. I want to make sure that I answer my supporters' questions. I'd be like supporters' questions. So, but yeah. But if there's no more questions, family, I'm going to go ahead and end. We almost at an hour in, and I just want to make sure I touch bases. I touch bases with you and just, tell you how important it is to sleep. I know y'all can come up with a whole other things of why you're not sleeping. Some of it's just binge eating. and I'm gonna put it like this. Some people binge eat and they want to go to sleep. But how can you heal? Really, how are you healing and your stomach's full? How you heal? You're not healing. We're talking about healing in our sleep. We're talking about correcting issues, making sure we don't have insomnia, correct insomnia. So y'all go back and listen to the first part. I gave a whole bunch of tips and a whole bunch of different scenarios of sleep and why you have sleep issues. Brenda J said, thanks for competition. Okay. Yes, that weighted blanket is a godsend. I don't care what anybody said. I got that weighted blanket. Like I said, it was some good sleep. Some good sleep. And y'all the ones with the mates, man. They just put they put their leg on you and they hug you. That's the best sleep in the world, too. Y'all already know that, But look, family, I'm gonna end now. Look, put comments down below. I will be reading the comments. You can reach me at support@verywisealternatives.com if some things I didn't address about sleep. Because like a lot of people got other issues why they're not sleeping. People that has constant pain and wondering why they're not sleeping because they got constant pain. And you'd be like, well, why you really got constant pain? But look, I'm gonna end for now. Look. You guys have a great day. Well, a great evening. Go ahead and get some rest. And make sure y'all sleeping. Look, please. 8 hours. 8 hours. I want you to lay down like that hour, the hour one, sleep 6 continuous hours, refreshing up that extra hour, and that's where you get the 8 hours. So just make sure you're getting 8 hours, family. Just make sure you get 8 hours. But all right, family. Love you guys. Peace.